Yes, Banu.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for letting me know. So here is the thing, like see, we have one data extension which has all the the contact data. We have this. So here what happens is there could be a requirement that your company gives you like this. It has a subscriber key, it has a phone number and fax, because sometimes this is how your data comes from a third party systems when you have a lot of integrations with your system. And first of all, as I said, subscriber key is an important part. So using a subscriber key, from a different system, you get a data like this. One is with keys, and one more you might get it like this, just a keys and email IDs, like just like a contact key. They call it as a contact key also. I'll say what is a contact key when we discuss with Salesforce integration. So they might give it you like this also, a contact key with a different email IDs. But here let us take a common thing. So now currently what happens is my contact key is a unique key in other data extension, and it has name, phone number and email. So what I will say is, as a marketing cloud consultant, I will assign this task to someone. Maybe I will assign this task to Ashok. I'll say to Ashok that say Ashok, we have a data extension which has all this data. It came from a different system. For example, this came from Telium, and also one more data extension which came from AWS. Now your job is to run a campaign. Can you run a campaign on this? So here what first step what Ashok would do is he has to merge these two data extensions. In some case he has to do this, but if it is like 100 records or 200 or 1000 or 10,000 records, also he'll be able to do it. He can take an extract, use a VLOOKUP, merge it, mix it, and he can do it first way. Second thing is, if imagine there is a millions of records, like maybe some this one has some 10 million and this must has some 2 million, then how will he able to merge this? So at that point of time we have to depend on Automation Studio. So how do we achieve this on automation? So before he doing this, what he can do is, first thing he would create a data extension. So let us here he has to create a sendable data extension, because since we have already a kind of a data extension, so I would take from this, this is a sendable data extension. Testable, let's keep trying this. I don't know, it doesn't work, but let it be. So what we will do is, we have a subscriber key. I will ask him to put it like this, unique key, it should be like this. And also name, email is something which is necessary here, email address, and this is a subscriber key. So this is a subscriber key, yes, and everything is fine, everything could be nullable. Yes, so first he creates a data extension like this. So our data extension is done. So now what we have to do is, somehow we have to fill the data into it. And also you might have seen that each one has a different names. So here we have a contact key, and here we have a subscriber key, but this one should go into a field called unique key. So that means our automation should be in such a way that it should put the data appropriately into the proper fields, or maybe, yes, yeah, that's how it should be. Now see, how can we do this? Let's go to Automation Studio. Let us make some scheduled automation. Then take a SQL query. This one we are adding it so that we can run it once, so that it is testable. You create a query, that is create a name. Now how do we build the query here? So here what we can do is, you have to be a bit careful here. So first thing is, I'll take this data extension and one more I will take this data extension. If you people are good in SQL queries, then it is easy, or else it's not so difficult. You can easily learn these things because there is no much difficulty in queries. So one is demo data, demo sendable, and one is demo keys. So you took three, and now select. So what and all we need is, in this first thing we need is contact key and email ID. Contact key, comma, email ID. From demo keys. This is for sending purpose. So here we have to keep a alias. For example, keep this as key and keep this as D. So here this belongs to K. K dot. This is K dot. That means this belongs to this data extension, and D means which belongs to one more data extension. So here what and all the other fields we need: subscriber key, phone name, and fax. Subscriber key, phone, name, fax. D dot on key dot contact key is equals to D dot subscriber key. Okay, so now this is fine, this is valid, so this case is valid. But what we have to do is we have to put it into a data extension where you see this data extension has something called as unique key, and this could also be some name called as first name, or this could also be like some mobile number instead of phone number. This could be it could be email address instead of email. It could be something else. So if what if these names are different, how do we put when these names are different? So what happens is, here as unique key, we don't need this, we just need this, as phone, yes, name and fax is same, as name, as fax, and what is email ID? It's just an email, as email. Yes, so here what we have done is we just gave some names to it. To just make it look better. Yeah, so we have queried it, we have joined the two names, we kept an aliases. Using that aliases, we just queried it, and we have assigned them to a different names. So once this is done, click next. Come to demo. This is sendable. Let's just overwrite it. Finish. So now we can do however we wanted to. Either we run it now, or maybe we can save it or send an email, or like whatever it is. So currently it should be fine. Let's save it. Click run once. Run it. So now if you go and see here, you got all the data, the corresponding data. So that means it got merged, like exactly. It's like what is a unique key, what and all the unique keys. So here the most sensitive things what you might need to observe is, it's highly simple. Like you don't have to worry about your SQL knowledge or anything. It's just highly simple. What you have to do is, first thing is, what and all the queries you wanted to, whether it should come from this data extension or this data extension. You can just put all the fields here. And what is the target data extension, the names in the target data extension, so that one you have to put. So here if you see, this fax name and this one in the target data extension are the same. So you can also remove this, because when the names are same, it would go and find the matching name and it would. But best practice what we would do is, we would map it accordingly. So this is how this mapping happens. And also there is technically you can do, whether it is there are just few joins, like left out, inner join, outer join, inner joins, outer joins, left outer joins, left inner joins. So these are some basic things. You can just learn those things in W3 schools. I would recommend W3 schools for that one, because it's highly simple there. If you see here, usually I used to do here only, I'll just go here, and if you see here, everything is like pretty understandable, like joins. It's like, so this is like inner join, and if you wanted to get only this data, it's like left join, right join, everything is pretty easy here. You can just refer these things. And also while learning about the data views, there is one more concept which is a little bit deeper. When we learn that, we learn even these things even more better way. But for example, for understanding sake, this is how it works. So you can just join how many databases you want. You can join multiple databases, you can join multiple tables, you can join, and you can map it, and you can do it. So this is how it works. So once this data is here, then you can do whatever you want. So now you have the data completely. This is sendable, which has a unique key. You can take it as a primary key, and now you can send an email. So all the data is particularly here. So this is how it works. And also simultaneously, if you want to send out an email here, like for example, if I say, like, okay, you have taken everything, now just send out an email. So then what you can do is, you can do same thing in that automation. So for the testing purpose, you do it like this. Once the data is there, yes, it is fine. Then what you can do is, bring out the email, choose the email. So here you have a lot of activities. These are user initiated things what you have done. So I would create one for me. I will take this one. I have to put it in my trainings. You can take it commercial or transactional, however you wanted to. Yeah, text is there. Take it from demo. It displays only two. It has three, but it displays only two because this is only sendable data extension here. Put into target, make it all subscribers or publication list if you wanted to. Deduplicate subscribers. This is important. So this one will help you not to spam. So this is highly important. When you enable this, you now if I execute it, I added all my email ID. So here, if I run this, hopefully I don't get too many of my emails. I'll get only one email. Tracking, where my tracking should be, put in. So if all these things are done, just give a consent to it. Verify all those things once again. Finish. And that's it. If you want, you can schedule it whenever you wanted to schedule. Yeah, it's already there. Configure, you can put whenever you wanted to. Yeah, you can put whenever you wanted to. Just done. Save it. Activate it. Once you activate, you better save it once again. That's it. That is no problem. So yes, once this is done, yeah, it would query all the data. It would send emails to that particular persons whom we were targeted to, and that's it. This is quite simple, but it is highly important how to use queries, how to do mapping. When you do it by yourself, you will face a lot of challenges. You can overcome it and you can do it. That's not a big deal. So this is all about automation. And let me see if something which is missing I would be covering a little bit later. So the concepts what we missed here is, yeah, the groups. We will discuss groups and fire events. We would discuss in the journey builder when we are going to discuss. And also, as I said, when I explain a real-time project, then we will come across even more activities. That is, it is a build. That means we have to pay some pricing for those activities. Those would come into picture. So those things I would be explaining at that point of time, like why do we use it, how those are. So yeah, this is about automations. Maybe if you practice more, you would be a master in that one. Next, one more important thing is journey builder. As I said, automation studio and journey builder is like heart and brain of marketing cloud. This journey builder is also one of the most important, and I would say this is highly important one. This is how people build their applications the smartly, like how smartly use this journey builder. For example, for a developer, the coding skills is how mandatory. The same way in this journey builder, the people, how smartly they build those journeys. And also these journeys are highly sensitive. We have to be very careful while building a journeys, because a small mistake can create a big difference. So you don't need to worry about that, because even from the day one, you would have a platform to practice, so that you can practice better and better as long as you get a grip on it. So I would just tell you briefly first, and then we would go deeper into this. So here, when you come here, there is a lot of folders. Click on the folders, go to my trainings. Here it shows like journeys, the scheduled and recent. You can forget about all these things. You can just come to your folder. You can create a journey. There is two things. One is single sun journey and multi-step journey. Single sun journey is just you start and you finish it. We don't need that at anyways. We can always go with multi-journey, because multi-step journey can be a single journey, but single journey cannot be a multi-journey. So go to a multi-step journey. So this is about journey. Here, learning this is very easy, but the challenging is what we get is something which is uh, difficult to fix it. So here, what and all we have is, first, either we start with the data extension. That means we have a data in the data extension. We just, you know, um, we just start our journey from the data extension, the first thing. Second is API event. API event in the sense, like it could be the same, like how we did it through Postman, how the trigger send happens. It's the same. Like you have a different system. From that system, you're going to hit um, a journey from Marketing Cloud. Could be anything. For example, imagine you're working for a Vodafone company. Vodafone bought a Marketing Cloud. So what Vodafone is, it's already well established company, and they have their own products to, the registration happens. They download the app, yeah, they install the app, they do all those stuff. It's currently ongoing. So now all ongoing all the companies, they are buying Marketing Cloud. That means they already have the system. They just wanted to start a journey. That means imagine that you bought one app, you install one app. So the day one when you install it, you have to send an email to him. So you send an email to a customer. So customer receives an email. Then you just need to wait for 2 days. If it doesn't recharge, you send him one more email. That means you don't need to do it manually, because there are no one or two customers, there are millions of customers. So how to handle these millions of customers? One Marketing Cloud consultant can handle it. That means once the app is installed, he waits for 2 days, he sees whether any revenue is generated by him. If not, you send him an email saying them that here you have an offer of 10 rupees discount. He doesn't respond. Again, we would suppose if he opens it, we will send him a different email. If it doesn't open at all, we send him one more email. And suppose if he opens it and still if he doesn't create a revenue for another 2 days, you send one more. In between, if he unsubscribes it, suppose if he don't wants to receive it, how to stop him from the journey? So all these minor things could be a minor single flow, but it creates a lot of revenue for a company. So that is how these journeys, we have to think about it, how smartly we can build this. So if that's the case, like if someone is hitting our system and firing the journey from our system, we can go with this API events. And this is a Salesforce data. This one, the problem is, right, here I know this exact target bought Salesforce, Salesforce bought exact target, and they have some integrations between them. So they have these kind of things. But a lot of times I face this problem. I was not able to fire a journey because every time when I do it, I get some problem. So I have to raise a case, and they would make me wait for some 1 week or 2 weeks, and they fix it, and again it. So because of that, what I did is one day I did one blog on this one. Maybe you can also just have a look. If you're a Salesforce developer, it would be highly easy for you. So here, fire a journey to Salesforce trigger. So here what happens is, what I did is, it's the same. I took a client ID, client secret, I built a journey. That means here I have a journey and I have an email. So what I will do is I just wrote a trigger. So what this trigger would do is it would just do a call out. So here what I wrote is, first thing is it fetches the client ID, client secret, and then later what it does is it populates all the data from the Salesforce, and again it hits. So once this is done, automatically the journey starts and it starts sending an email. So this is, in order to avoid this functionality, I just did some workaround. So yeah, this one, but still using this, whatever happens, for example, if a case is created, you start a journey, or some account has converted, suppose if a lead is converted, we can start a journey. So this is about this. And this event is, as I said, this would be on a data extension. Suppose if any operation happens on a data extension, this would start. So these are the starting points. First step, let's start with email sending. And this one, I'll tell each of the functionalities of this and this one. And all these things are Salesforce activities. Maybe this one I will explain it, like how each of the things works. So in order to start with these things, let us do one thing first. One important thing what I want to tell you is, before I configure a journey, there is something called, in contact builder, we have this wheel. This wheel, sometimes we have to handle this very carefully, because once you create one, then you cannot delete it. It is sometimes it's hard to delete. Even though you delete it, you create an attribute group, and even though you should delete it in the backend, it will not get deleted. So that's the problem. So when few people are doing it, please create one attribute group, and that's it. Please don't duplicate the attribute groups. So let me create one attribute group, for example, and I'll tell you like why I'm creating it, what is the use of this. I just create this one, can select anything over here. So then once I create it, I have to link this to a data extension. I'll go here. I will go to the data extension which I created, and here I have to map the things, that is like one-to-one mapping, contact key to a unique key. And I don't think we need to do anything because the subscriber case only we have to do it. Just save it. We can also make a subscriber key to a unique key, but here let us assume that currently our contact key is been mapped. So here contact key is a unique key, that is our subscriber key. So this is done. So once this is done, yeah, you can link how many you want, but as of now in our case one is enough. I'll tell you like why did we do this. So now I have this one, let it be, and you people also if needed please create one for each, that should be fine. Now let me start my journey. Let us start a simple journey and we will go a little bit complicated whenever it is needed. I'll just drag and drop one data extension here. I would just send an email, and this one is mandatory, it remains like that, so we cannot take away this. So what we do is we just convert it into minutes, like 1 minute, because this is mandatory, it remains every time. Again click on the data extension, let us select a data extension, go to demo, I'll select this one. I would select it, and also I can filter it. What I can filter it is, see here, when I go to filtered contacts, when I go to contact data, now I see this demo one here. This one we use it for filtering purpose, we need that to be here. So here it asks like this. So now what I would do is, I'm going to select only maybe one, not too many. Maybe I can do it like this, equal to 2. This I can do it, or also we can do it like this. You can copy this, put it here, and edit it, and you can, there is something called as add an attribute to compare. So here you can also select this and you can drag and drop this. Suppose this phone number is equals to this, that means if this is equals to this or this is equals to this, we can put some comparison fields here itself if you wanted to, or else if you don't want it you can cancel it. And also the same and or operations, we can do it the same how we do it for filtrations. So once this is done, yes, our journey is our entry criteria for journey is done. So if name is equals to Banu2, then only it's going to start. And now when do you want it to schedule it? Here there are two things, either we have to run every time, that means run only once, or whether it has to run every time, or whether it has to run based on automation. So let us ignore these two things for now. Let us concentrate only on this run once. Select this. It asks when I should run, whether I need to run it now itself or at any specific time. So here I would say on activation, as soon as I activate it, please run it. This is done. Now this journey, whenever the name equal to Banu2, it has taken already 9 records. For those which name is equals to Banu2, it starts working and it never repeats. It works only when it is activated. Next thing is email. It needs to send an email. Click on the email. Here there are two things, either you have to create a new email here, you can do it, or if you wanted to select the existing, go there, you can go to our contact builder, you can select one email, then you have to configure it. commercial or subject, everything. Delivery options, yes, if you wanted to take any publication list, you can take it. If no publication list, it's all subscribers. If it is suppression list, you can take it. Most importantly, in interviews, they will ask how to add an exclusion list. There is, you cannot add an exclusion list to a journey builder. How to handle that, I will tell you when we go more deeper. So here, just a suppression list and publication list, no exclusion list concept in journey builder. And that's it. Advanced option, I will tell it later, just adding a keyword. So done. You can verify everything once, click done. So this is done now. Here, after doing this, there are some other options which you might need to know and which are also important. Most importantly, now if I activate, it will never get activated. You have to come here. There is something called journey settings. Click on this journey settings. Here it says no re-entry, re-entry every time, re-entry only after exiting. So this is a bit important. This one, why it happens is um, no re-entry. That means once the subscriber key, that means not an email ID, a subscriber key, because all the marketing cloud functionalities run based on subscriber key. For example, you took a subscriber key that is 1212. That subscriber key comes here and it sends an email, and you know, some we have added some condition here. The condition is not satisfied, it will be here forever, so it will be stuck here. That means that subscriber key, once it enters, it would exit only if certain functionality satisfies. If that functionality doesn't satisfies, then it would be here. For example, we have taken a customer into the journey and we would exit him only when he creates a revenue. Suppose if he did not create a revenue, we will put him in a journey and he will be revolving inside this only. So for them, we have to have one more option. Or else, for example, here if you see here, no re-entry, that means the person came here, he has exited. That means again, even though when Banu 2 comes in, he will not go inside. That means once he has exited, he will never come inside. So that is no entry. Re-entry anytime means multiple times. This week the journey ran, next week again the journey runs, again one more times the journey runs. Every time the journey runs, Banu 2 comes there, it gets satisfied, it comes in again. So that is one more. And re-entry only after exiting. This one will happen only after exiting. So these are the three things. And next, what is the entry source? Here we have an email ID, or else here by default it takes an email ID because it's you know it is a sendable data extension and we are dealing with an email ID. So here it takes an email ID as a source. So this one by default it takes. You don't need to touch this. Here if it is mobile, it takes mobile. If it is email, it takes email. Yeah, that's it we need. And now no re-entry or re-entry anytime. Yeah, we just give re-entry anytime. Done. Once this is done, also make sure that you give a name here. This is also done. Now we save it. It is saved. Suppose if you forgot to put in a folder, you can click organize and you can put it into right folder. And next thing is you have to validate. These options validate and test were not there earlier, but now they have added it. What do you mean by validate and test? You cannot test it until unless it's validated. Let's click on validation. So here it says there is no errors detected, everything is fine. Now we can test this journey. How to test it? Test this journey. So when you click it, it says like please select the contact. It gives an option to select the contact. So here if I select this, it would pass. If I select this, it will not pass. We know that. So I'll select this because this is how the filter criteria is. Send type, whether I have to send, do not send a message or send only test messages, because this one if I select it I would get a test message, and this one it will send it to some test person. So this is how testing happens, because here we do testing on a real-time customers. So here if you see the data extension, this data extension has a real-time customers. So if you wanted to send out an email for yourself, then you can give an email, or if you don't want to send, you can just select this. And here testing, when you click here, wait by duration is skipped. That means this is skipped, only no emails would be sent. Suppose if emails are sent, it would have been given as email sent. So once this is done, start test. So this one, it takes some time and it will say whether this test is successful or not. Because in this case, it is journey is very small and easy. It does it, but there are some journeys, they are so huge that they will have at least like 40 to 50 emails, like 16, 17 push notifications or 4 to 5 SMSs. Like there are hell a lot of weight by durations, weight by attribute in that case, right? So it is highly difficult to test, it's highly difficult to check the flow. So at that point of time, if we can always follow this one. This is little bit slow process, but it works. Suppose if you have a huge journey, then we can enable email sending option and we can just run this, and we can leave it for 1 or 2 hours. So slowly it would go, it would check all the attributes and it would send out an email. So yeah, now it says that, see the arrows, it shows the green arrow, that means it will go here, it will go here. Suppose if there is a problem, this green arrow would have been stopped here only, or it would have stopped here only if any filter criteria is there. So currently there is no problem, everything is perfectly fine and it says it's done. So now we can directly activate the journey here. So there's option called activate. So here, while activating a journey, this is a sensitive thing, we have to be very careful. So we have activated the journey. So once this activation is done, yeah, that's it. So once the journey is activated, then it comes and it checks the condition and it would send out an email. It takes some time here. Yeah, let it take some time. So not a problem. So here what happens is, suppose if you imagine that you have some mistake here, so you have to stop this journey, or if you don't want to continue this journey, what you can do is you can create a new version. So the new version would be created and the old version would be running. We have to abort the old version and you have to create a new version. We will do that. So we have to stop this. Once we stop this, we can start one more journey. So that is how this journey works. So this is initially a small journey, so let it run because it takes some time to run. Yeah, let it run, no worries. Let it take some time and let the journey run. And one more thing what I wanted to tell you is API event. Also we can cover this part now. So this API event, this is also the same. Take this one, put an email, put it as 1 minute, done. So now how to do this? We have to create an event for this. So we have to create one data extension on this one. Select the data extension. Maybe we can select the same data extension, take the same one. So it says already there is one more data extension. If you put one more, it says that your performance will be screwed up. Why? Because when a journey is moving out, or maybe when data is coming in, the data extension would be in a locked status. So that's the reason it says it gives a warning, but still if you want it, you can continue it. But as of now, we don't have a necessity to do that. Let's click on this. So we don't need to have any filter criteria for now. Done. And see, if I try to validate it, it throws an error. Also, maybe if I try to activate it, it throws an error because I did not do any, you get this error like this. So if you wanted to overcome this, you have to come here, go to journey settings, you can select this, done, and then you can activate it. This says, because the thing is, the data extension what I have given, it doesn't have proper data in that one because it has some merge fields that doesn't match with the data extension I selected. So what I will do is I'll select a different message, maybe something this, done. So you can click organize. I can go and put it wherever I wanted to. Yeah, I can organize this and I can activate it. Yeah, this is done now. So we have this, and how to execute this, how to execute this journey. Let us see what is the condition of our old journey. So I went and saw here it says that, so when journey runs here, you get the response here like this. That means one person. You can just come here and see, if you hover it on that one, you get like this, a total population 1. So as of now we did not set any goal, so this we will discuss later. So here it shows like one person. If there are like 400 people, it shows 400 people, like it shows the count of the people. Now it got exited, so it's fine, it came outside. So if I go and check here, I got an email here. It shows this is the facts, this is a phone number, all these things. I got everything here. So this is how this journey works. And also, suppose imagine that I don't want to do this, I want to create a new version, or maybe I had to make this wait for 5 minutes. Now I cannot do any changes here. No, I cannot add anything. So for that reason, what we have to do is we can create a new version directly. Go and click a new version. So in this new version, you can make the changes. So I'll do like 3 minutes, done. Now this one, if I have to activate it, it says that, you know say I have to activate it. This got activated, and if you see the first one, it is in finishing status, so that means it'll get finished, and this gets activated and this gets in a finished status. So this is how it works now. Yeah, if you see our first journey, that means this one, we did not give a name for it, so we have to give a name for it. Now we cannot give it because it's already in a running status. So how to execute this? It's the same way, we have to do through Postman, because that is the only way how we can execute this. So now you know how it works in a Postman. So yeah, we know how this Postman works. Here we came here, go to request token. So here we send this, we have a client ID, client secret, we got the access token. Now, as I said, it's important to know what kind of API we need to use for these kind of things. It's highly simple. We just need to go here, go to Marketing Cloud API, go to REST API, REST API reference. There's something called as Journey Builder API. Yeah, we don't. Yes, here in this Journey Builder API, fire and enter event. Just go here. Not this. I would definitely not go there. But what I would do is I will just take this one, fire and event. Yes, this is the one what we need. Here, the contact key, that means the subscriber key, or maybe the email ID, that is important. That means this one, or we can give a subscriber key, or we can give a email ID, and this is the event definition key, and this is how it is. So you can just copy paste this as we did earlier. Just copy paste this, and we know how to take the URL. You go here, go to setup, go to apps, go to install packages. Here there is this one, copy this, come here, paste it here, and that's it. You don't need to do anything. Come here. Here I can give like, or maybe I can give, can just give this, and you have to give the field name here. You can just go to the data extension what we have given. So we know we have taken this. You take a contact key, that is this one, like email ID, that is just to populate the data, but anyways email would go to this one. Have given this, and event definition key is this one. So there is something called event definition key, just copy everything, paste it here. Yeah, so our service is ready. Now go here, or maybe you can take from here also. You can go into events and you can take the events here. So post event, so we have everything here. You can come to a body, it gives whatever I wanted here. So since we have the thing here, just paste it, paste the service here. So before doing this, we have to request the token. Take this, come here, go to authorization, headers, paste it here, come to body, send it. So this is successful. If you have an error, it would throw an error, but now it is successful. So you just come here, say I have seen one more added here. And you know the journey automatically starts and it sends an email. But I will bring one real-time example, like how to do it, one proper real-time example, and you know we will build one real-time example so that you will have more idea on this one. So currently I just wanted to make you aware that how this journey works, you know. So because sometimes it's not so easy, for looking, and just if you look at it, it would be easy to see, but when you start working on it, you will have a lot of confusions, not because you don't know the logic, but sometimes these tools doesn't behave properly, because these journey builders and all are third-party applications which is hosted on different systems, so sometimes it doesn't respond properly. So this is the common problem, it happens anywhere on this marketing cloud tool. But yeah, it's trying to load for some reason. Yeah, I got an email. Yeah, this one. So this is the email what I got. So that means our journey API is successful. So do you have any questions on this one? See, this also shows the same. It is like one person has came here and who has exited. So here I don't want to put more logics on top of your head, because this one I just wanted you guys to have some hands-on on this one. So try to create one journey by yourself, try to explore something. So once that is done, maybe we would go in deeper. So here in, especially in this journey builder, I would be showing you a different orgs, a different people, different projects, like how people work on it. So, and also I would be explaining a little bit more events like a smart capture form. That means we have a web page, you came, you fill some details, you click submit, then a journey should start. So that is something which is not present here, but I will explain you. But the functionality is the same. You can use this for now, you can use this data extension, and you can use this API. In this data extension, just use for now run once, because there is another options, that is recurrence and automation. So that is little bit difficult. So once you could explore this, maybe tomorrow in depth we would discuss about the recurring one and also automation one, and I would explain one real-time scenario related to API event and also event. And after we discuss this one, we will discuss more on this options. And after that one, I will show you one a real-time org, like how a journey has been built and how the flow is happening. So that also I will be showing you, so that you will have more idea like how companies work on this. And yeah, if you have any doubts, please message me, we can have a call and maybe I can solve. So this is for today, because I don't want to overload much, because these are very sensitive things.